What are you talking about? What did you do?
Something that I shouldn't have. It started after she threatened me, and after I came home and found my house like that.
Chris. How bad?
She left me another present.
How did you get this?
She must have put it on my computer before she left. The door was open when I came home.
We need to get this to the tech guys. See what they can do with it.
Okay.
What happened?
No.
Maybe it died?
No, I had a full battery. No, this is... It can't be gone.
Chris.
No. What the hell just happened?
She might have hacked you. That video was just part of her message. She'd never just give herself up like that. We'll start canvassing, and I'll see if they can do a trace of the hack through your computer. We'll get her.
She's gonna win.
No, she's not. We'll get her. Try to get some rest, okay? I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
This is the story of how a simple case turned sour. This is the story of the Runaway. A Runaway Productions original podcast.
Hey. Did you get any sleep last night?
Not a wink. You?
Barely. Got the results from the forensics team this morning. They didn't find any prints in your laptop or on anything she left in your home.
Perfect.
We shouldn't be too surprised. She cleans up her tracks every time.
Call it false hope, I guess. Do we have anything to go off of?
Not really. Told the guys to keep an eye out for any more surprises, but nothing was found in your surrounding area.
Unbelievable.
The techs are still trying to trace the hack on your laptop, and they started a search on where the roses were bought. We can bring her in on something, and when we do, we'll nail her. Bobby Cassanes is being brought in for questioning, and I'm gonna go grab my own coffee for that. Don't lose your head, okay? We'll get her.
Okay. What the...
Hello?
What the hell is this?
Ah, detective. I see you got my gift. It's a good photo of Detective Peterson, don't you think? And he has a lovely house.
What the hell are you playing at? Your problem is with me, not him.
Everything has a price, detective. I'm just looking to collect. After all, you killed an innocent man. Did you really think there would be no consequences?
What do you want from me?
See, now you're asking the right questions. If you do this right, I'll let it go. If not, well then, I guess you'll have even more blood on your hands. And I think we both know I always keep my promises.
What do you want me to do?
She had bluffed before, but with this, I knew she wasn't bluffing, and there was nothing I could do. And I knew if I told you, it would have made it worse. So I said nothing. And you were busy at the time, so I did it when you weren't looking.
Thanks for the hospitality, Detective.
I'd enjoy it. Your cell won't be nearly as comfortable, I assure you.
Detective, you have this all wrong.
Do I? Last I checked, you were the only one with a reputation of disposing people who disappoint you. We have a very knowledgeable informant who knows all about you.
I'm impressed. You got the bitch to talk. At least now I can put a face to a title.
Who said I was talking about Chiara? And even if I was, what would you do about it, Bobby? You already have one hit out on her. I doubt a second will make a difference. You'll still be in jail.
Your source is prone to having an overactive imagination. They'll make up anything, especially to save themselves.
Just couldn't help yourself, huh, Bobby? So many crimes, so little time. And this was just the appetizer. I haven't even mentioned the warehouse with all your prints all over it. You know, the one in the Cassan's family name that also has traces of blood from every victim on its surfaces. Especially from him. Antonio Roston himself. I don't think I have it wrong at all. Now, if you really want to try and save yourself, the time is now.
All right, I may have gone off the handle once or twice.
Try 5 times.
They're hitmen. They know the risks. The whacker's getting whacked. You call it murder. I call it hazards of the occupation.
Right. So how'd you do it?
I have an informant of my own. One who was kind enough to tell me exactly what I needed to know.
This informant have a name?
My niece, Sylvia. From my wife's side. Never even knew she existed until after she lost her aunt.
Does your niece have an address?
She lives in Vancouver. But if you want to know, she sent me letters. I don't know where she is in the city, but she told me who to take care of. And it wasn't these two.
So you're telling me these 2 men were killed by someone else?
Isn't that what I said?
Who has the same MO as you?
I'm only saying what I know, Detective. Look, as God is my witness, you have the wrong guy. Whoever killed these poor souls didn't do it for me.
Okay. Thank you for your help. We'll be sure to find the letters, Bobby. But for now, I hope you enjoy your stay in federal prison. Get him out of here. So what do you think?
I'm pretty interested in those letters. But why would he confess to all but 2?
Likely trying to get less time served.
Maybe.
You still think it's Chiara, don't you?
I don't know. He might have been making a point. Maybe we're missing something. It could
Chris,
be...
you've got to stop.
What? You were right about your theory. Okay, she's been involved in every aspect of this case, and we both said it was too easy for him to have gotten caught.
Okay, then why does all the evidence point to him and not her then? And why only 2? Seems a bit far-fetched for her to have copied his MO for 2 men only. No?
I don't know, okay? It's just a theory.
I know. I'll work with the guys to search for the letters.
Why don't I handle that?
Nah, it's fine. You've got your hands full. You okay?
Yeah, I just need another coffee.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Who are you here to see?
I'm here to see my uncle. His name is Bobby Cassans. I heard he was here.
You need to check in first before you meet him. Can I get your name and can you remove your sunglasses, please?
My name is Sylvia Cassans.
You can follow the guards here.
Thank you.
Right this way.
I see we meet at last. No need to hide your face. We're family.
Hello, Bobby.
You? What the hell do you want?
To see a sight I've longed to see for years.
You know what sight I'd like to see? Your head on a spike.
Now. No need to get so rough. We're family, remember?
What are you talking about?
We've always gotten along quite well. And we've been communicating, too.
Like hell we have.
Oh, I'm quite sure we have, Bobby. Didn't you receive my letters?
You set me up.
You want to know why you always lose, Bobby? Because you're cheap. You send amateurs to do the work of professionals. Work you should be doing yourself. You cut your losses at the change of plans and reveal your hand every time the cards are dealt. And a poor businessman will never have a good hand. In fact, every single one reeks of the same poison. And that's just perfect for me.
You little bitch.
Do you think my parents would be proud? I think they would be. The Gravanos sit on top, and the Cassans are buried in the dirt.
You'll never be on top.
But we'll always be above you. And right now, Bobby, you have nothing. It was a fun game while it lasted, Bobby. Thanks for buying my freedom. I hope you have a wonderful stay.
You little bitch! I'll kill you, you hear me? You're dead! You're dead!
She had me do her bidding. I'm not proud of it. She told me over the phone exactly what to do. Place anything that connected me to her in Chief Mason's office. Plant the evidence on him since he was already dirty, and make it seem like he was trying to frame the Gravanos and was the only cop connected to the mobs. Anything that made her look guilty, she ordered me to get rid of it.
And you did it.
To save you, yeah. She said clearly she never harmed innocents. But I wasn't innocent. And she knew going after you would torture me. So she did it. And I did what I thought I had to do.
And she had you in her pocket.
But in the back of my head, I wanted a way out. Tried to find what else I could do to get around it. And I found it. As I was doing what she asked, I found one of the notes Bobby had been sent, and something about it. It made me think that there was still a way out. That maybe I could trick her into thinking I was on her side. While I was solving the case. And as I got the work, the world kept moving.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you feeling?
Like someone took a chainsaw to my arm. Are you okay?
You got shot and you're asking me if I'm okay?
They weren't aiming at me.
I owe you an explanation.
A bit. Yeah.
The guy you saw me with in the parking lot, he tried to attack me. He was a hitman.
Wait, what? Why would you be targeted by...
It's because of my dad.
Now I'm starting to realize why I've never met him.
My dad is the owner of Gravano & Co. And my name isn't Paulina Thorpe. It's Paulina Gravano.
But don't people say the Gravanos are like... Oh.
Yeah.
Is that why you changed your name? Because of the guys after you?
Part of it. The other part was I preferred a 9 to 5 over being the marketing head of the company.
And you thought you'd be judged.
Well, it's not exactly a strong opener. Hi, I'm the daughter of a mob boss.
Maybe not. But doesn't matter to me.
Wait, really?
I don't care who your family is. I know who you are. And that's what matters. You don't pick your family. And you're a good person. Just tell me to duck next time, okay?
Deal. Thank you.
Did I just ruin a moment?
Don't you always?
This is Zane, Renee, and Chiara. They work with my dad. They're my family.
Look at that. She finally said it.
I will never understand your taste in men.
It's easy to like him when he saves all the good parts for me.
So, what happens now?
Everything's almost cleaned up, and soon they won't be bothering either of you ever again.
And until then?
Wherever you want to stay, you'll get security until everything is over.
They won't stalk you everywhere. You'll be able to go to work just fine, and you'll barely see them. Discretion is the point. They'll just be there to make sure they don't get into your building, and that is if you plan on going back home.
Right. Wait, where will you stay?
Well, I'd kind of like to see my new apartment.
That can be arranged.
Have room for one more?
Always.
Well, we'll leave you two be. We still have work to do. There's security outside this door, and Dad said he would swing by later tonight. And May?
Yeah?
Thanks for looking after my sister.
What did you find?
Bobby was adamant about the last two bodies, that they weren't him.
The MOs are still identical.
Yeah, but if they all match your MO, and you're willing to confess, why confess to all but two? The more I think about it, the less it makes sense. So I looked through the letters you found and did some digging.
And you're saying you found proof she copied his MO?
Not exactly, but look at this. The letters informing him of the bad guys that failed or were lacking. And just after he received the letters, each one was taken out the same way.
Right. He said he was receiving letters from his niece on his wife's side of the family.
Yeah. A Sylvia Cassans. Except I checked. She doesn't exist. There's no one in the Cassans family with that name. And look at the handwriting on the letters. Look familiar to you?
It was Chiara.
We don't have proof that she pulled the trigger, but this makes her an accomplice to both the Chief's and Antonio's murders. It's definitely enough to bring her in.
But she'll never confess. We both know that.
So, maybe we trap her somehow.
I might know how. I've been keeping tabs on not just the businesses, but also on some of the members of the Gravano family that we can already easily get to. Seeing if there was one we can crack somehow without directly endangering them. All we have to do is see what small thing we can get. Bingo.
Got something?
Someone in that organization seems to not like paying parking tickets. Monica Rollins, the waitress from the diner.
Who was working the night Antonio was found in the dumpster? We need to get to her before Chiara finishes whatever she has planned.
I'll make the call.
It felt like everything was finally going to end. We had gotten in contact with Monica. We told her about her transgressions and the potential fines and charges, and that we would cut a deal with her. We would forget about the violations if she told us what she knew about what really happened that night at the diner. We told her she would be safe, completely off the record. And it seemed she figured she was really caught. So she agreed. Thank you for coming.
I didn't think I had much choice.
Miss Rollins, we know that Antonio Rawson was at the diner that night with Miss Montgomery. And I know you know what happened to him that night.
And that he's now dead.
You're not in trouble, but we do need your help. I promise you'll be safe. I need you to tell me what happened at the diner that night.
You didn't hear this from me.
You have my word.
He came in and sat at the bar. She came in a few hours later and sat at the booth and ordered something to eat. She had a blonde wig on, and I was with other customers, so I didn't realize it was her at first. But after a while, she went to the bathroom, and he followed. Then there were noises and banging, and some time later, she walked out alone without the wig. She told me to clean up the mess in the bathroom, and I went in and found him unconscious. So I took him out back and hid him in the trash and wiped down the bathroom.
And they left another employee there the next few days to make sure you kept quiet.
Yeah.
I promise nothing bad will happen to you. You helped me make sure of that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Aaron, it's me. We got her.
She gave you everything.
Exactly what we needed.
So what's the plan now?
You get Monica to come in and write out her statement, and I'll go after Chiara. With that, we'll be able to close the case.
You really think she'll go for that?
I know she will.
This better not be a waste of my time, Detective.
I have what you need.
I would hope so.
I'll give it to you in person. Let's meet somewhere.
I don't think so.
In person, or no deal. That's my only request.
Fine. I will admit, I am interested in seeing that handsome face. I'll meet you in an alley by the lakeshore tonight. I'll text you the address. Come alone, or no deal.
I'll see you then.
She just handed herself to you like that?
Exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, which has never happened before.
Maybe she's getting sloppy.
You sure you're not betting too much on that?
Look, by tonight, she'll be in handcuffs. The case will be closed, and we'll make this and the other deal worth it. I'm telling you.
What are you talking about? What deal? What the hell did you do?
I made a deal that will end this, and then I got myself out of it.
You made a deal with her?
It was worth it.
How is doing the same thing as the chief worth it?
Because it got us what we needed. I played along in her game, and we got what we needed. She tried to play me, but I played her and bought us time. Now we can finally nail her.
And save your ass in the process.
Why can't you get this?
Because I didn't sign up for this.
I know you're mad.
That's not even scratching the surface.
But I have a good reason. One I was willing to fall on the sword for. But if we do this and get her, it will all be worth it. And I need you with me on this. Are you with me?
I can't be your backup tonight. I'm the one bringing in Monica, remember? Maybe take Jensen or one of the others.
She said to come alone or the deal's off.
Then at least keep your phone on. If this goes sideways, don't expect me to go down with the ship.
Everything seemed to be falling into place for everyone. No more attacks were made on Paulina's apartment, and the officers we had tracking her movements, just in case, said no attacks were made during her move. It seemed like everything was starting to wrap up, that the whole thing would be fine. So I went to that meeting with Chiara with more confidence than I probably should have had.
We meet at last, Detective.
You're a lot different than what I expected.
What were you expecting? Did you envision a monster?
You just seem nicer in person. But I'm not naive enough to think you are.
Nor should you be. You said you had something for me?
I do. Although I'm not sure you'll like it.
Well, that will be a shame for Detective Peterson now, won't it?
No, it won't. Bobby's not the only one who revealed their hand.
And what is that supposed to be?
You know, we spoke to Bobby. He said that he was communicating with someone through letters, that this person gave him intel on who he could trust, how badly he was losing the war.
Is that so?
And you know the interesting part? He said it was a family member. That his niece on his wife's side of the family was sending him the letters to help him. Sylvia Cassans. But the thing is, there is no Sylvia Cassans. The name was completely made up. By you.
And what makes you think that it was me?
Out of all the people involved, you're the only one that is known for donning different identities. Abigail, Rebecca, Sylvia, Sydney, Chiara. There's also a tape of you going to visit him in prison.
Sylvia visited him.
Sylvia doesn't exist.
Is that what this is? You trying to arrest me with a letter and a video of me in a wig? Is this your idea of a sting?
We know that Bobby didn't kill the last two men. It may match his style, but no one that deep in charges lies to get off on one or two. Then there's the tapes of you at every address, the multiple identities you faked, your presence near the crime scenes, and the eyewitness account.
You don't have an eyewitness.
Oh, but I do. The waitress was very helpful.
Monica.
Yes, Monica. The one who was there the night Antonio Roston ended up in a dumpster.
Assault isn't murder, Detective.
No, it's not. But it's enough to bring you in for something at least. And from there, I can grab enough to put you away for life.
So, I see that this is how you want to play detective. I must say, I am disappointed. I thought we had a deal.
Deal's off. I don't take orders from you or from anyone in the Gravano family. Now put your hands where I can see them, Chiara.
How will this end, I wonder? How desperate are you to win, detective? That is something I would like to see more. You played an excellent game, I must say. You did much better than I ever assumed you would. But I guess the game is over now, isn't it?
I said put your hands where I can see them.
It was a pleasure, detective.
I never wanted to shoot her. But I thought she was armed. And when she put her hands behind her back, I panicked. She wasn't one to go down without a fight. So when she whipped out her hands, I panicked, and I fired. And she dropped to the ground. I walked over to her body. It was still, almost lifeless. And there was no weapon in sight. I heard cars arriving and knew it wasn't ours, so I hid before another gunfight ensued. But when our guys showed up, the body was gone. I thought the Gravanos took her to give her a proper burial. Then a week passed with no incident. And I thought, we're finally in the clear. We had to notify the RCMP about the chief and everything that he had. They came to collect his evidence.
Your case cleaned up pretty well, Detective. Definitely better than the last.
Yes, well, when we figured out that the chief took our intel, with the information we had and what he told us, we got everything we needed.
Seems to have wrapped up almost perfectly. He must have had all the evidence you needed to wrap this up.
Most of it, at least. And whatever we missed, Bobby Cassans confessed to.
Right.
That's the last of it.
Seems everything's all wrapped up.
Unless there's something else.
I don't follow.
Is there anything else that you want to tell me, Detective? Nothing else is being kept from me?
No. Everything you need is in there.
Someone went shopping.
Finally decided it was time to decorate.
What's this?
You're not supposed to be doing any heavy lifting.
It's a bottle, P. I'm not going to injure myself carrying it. What's it say?
Welcome home.
Aren't you gonna open it?
It's better shared with a friend. And right now, you can't drink.
Nothing related to the case had come up for days. Both sides had settled. Everyone was moving on. It seemed like everything was over. Until...
Hello?
Chris, it's me.
This about the details for the Cassans trial?
There's not gonna be a Cassans trial.
What are you talking about?
Bobby's dead.
What?
His body was found in his cell along with the other members of the Cassans family.
How?
How else? Job was done from the inside, after they got an order from someone on the outside.
Cyrus. Is anyone talking?
No. No one has any intention of making their sentences longer than they already are, or getting themselves killed.
Okay, break it down for me. What happened?
The guards say that all they know is they found him in his cell with the door open. Apparently a knife was grabbed from the kitchen, his throat was slit, and he was dragged back to his cell where he bled to death. All of the other members in the other jails, same thing.
Hello, Detective.
Chris, you still there?
I'll call you back.
Chris.
I didn't have to wear a disguise, but a girl can't be too careful now.
I don't understand.
A word of advice. Next time you shoot someone, make sure to at least check their pulse. 'Cause you never know. They make quite effective bulletproof vests nowadays.
So you decided the first place you wanted to visit was here.
Well, I'm free, aren't I? Bobby went down for the crimes. You got your killer.
No, not all of them. I know it was you who went after Antonio, and you forged those letters. Every piece of evidence.
You mean the ones in the box labeled Chief Mason that you gave to the RCMP? And, in your rush to not get caught for shooting an unarmed woman, you dropped something pretty important. The phone you bought just to talk to me. And the main way I got you to do my dirty work. The same work you then framed a fallen officer for.
I never dropped it.
You never noticed me take it, either.
You got nothing on me.
Really? You want to nail me for whatever Bobby didn't confess to? Especially when Monica did it?
Monica
is writing up her confession right now. We had a nice talk about the whole thing. When will you learn? Never reveal your hand. There's always a price when you do. You want to try and nail me for this? Think clearly, Detective. I'm a woman who's never been convicted of a crime and was barely accused of one, while you are a detective whose boss was connected to a mob and who was also in close contact with a suspected crime family member himself. Not to mention, you tipped off someone in connection to the Cassans about Chief Mason, which led to his death. And I suspect you're the reason any bad deeds done by an officer of the law were placed right in his lap. Who do you think a jury is more likely to believe? Me? Or you? I own you now. And you have nothing. Until we meet again, detective.
What now?
Damn it. The camera's dying. Just keep going. We're almost done anyway.
I tried everything I could at the time. Asked a million questions, looked into all the files, but the case was closed. All the evidence was submitted, and with Bobby and the chief dead, there's not much that we had left that was usable or untainted. And if anyone had found out what I had done, it would have been buried completely and never reopened. At that point, there was nothing I could do, and that's the story of the case. There is still evidence out there, still some way we can catch her. I know that I've made it almost impossible, but...
Hang on. If she threatened Monica, then we can use that. There are ways we can...
How?
She lied, Chris. She lied under duress. She was threatened. And I doubt she's the first. She did the cleanup job, and there are still bags of evidence they haven't finished checking, because some of it's mixed in with the chief's stuff, including the hair strand. Not to mention the hostess, the guards.
Okay, but why would they talk after Monica? She talked and they framed her.
Because Monica would cut a deal to get out. They didn't get her in jail, which means she can still be interviewed, and if we send this to the RCMP...
We still have a case.
We still have a case. But it would mean you would have to get implemented for what Chiara made you do.
It's worth it. I'll do it.
Okay, I'll collect the tapes and all the files and send it to their offices.
Send her a copy. Leave this for whoever finds it. The more eyes, the better. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Still think I'm paranoid?
Not anymore. No.
What the?
Chris!
The tapes!
Hang on, Chris, hang on.
The tapes!
I'll get them, just hang on. This is Detective Aaron Peterson. I need an ambulance at 413 Arendelle Drive. We have a police officer shot at this location. I repeat, we have an officer down. Stay with me, Chris. Stay with me.
Aaron.
No, don't do that. Chris, come on, stay with me. Eyes open. Chris,